Arab-Palestinian participation in the 2022 Israeli elections is expected to be at an all-time low. This comes at a time when Arab-Palestinian parties have been in government for the first time, having played a crucial role in providing majority for an anti-Benjamin Netanyahu coalition of parties. But why is participation expected to be so low? Sami Abu Shehadeh is a Knesset candidate in the elections and leader of Balad, a Palestinian political party in Israel.
There is very, very high and strong frustration within our community. The new experience of an Arab party becoming part of the coalition in the last 1.5 years in numbers has shown that in all the essential issues and all the important things that my people care about, there is no serious difference between Zionist left and Zionist right. The number of house demolition has grown. Attacks on Masjid al-Aqsa has grown in crazy numbers. The number of shuhada in the West Bank in the last 1.5 years is much bigger than what was in the last few years. The budgets to settlements, all the big things, we really did not see any important change.
Arab parties in Israel are small and have historically stood together in what is known as a joint list to make sure they exceed the Knesset's 3.25% threshold. In 2021, the United Arab List Party stepped away from the Arab majority joint list and stood as an independent party. It later joined the anti-Netanyahu coalition that is currently in power. This upset a number of voters and parties that didn't want to be in coalition with right-wing Zionist parties. Amal Jamal is a political scientist at Tel Aviv University that specializes in Jewish-Arab relations.
It's the first time in the history of the State of Israel that the formation and stability of any coalition depends on the political conduct of the Arab-Palestinian minority. The average Arab voter thinks that the stronger the Arab parties are in the parliament, the greater the representation in the parliament, the more power they have in order to change the entire reality and impact the Zionist parties to change the policies. The fact that there's no joint list now and the fact that they are frustrated with what's going on, meaning Arab parties and the competition between them is leading to more frustration and therefore retreat in turnout. We are expecting around 40%. And it means that people are losing their trust in the system as well as in their representatives. And this is bad for democracy, this is bad for their own interests.
We are not part of the joint list because our part of the other parties with the Prime Minister Lapid tried to bring us out of the political system because we are considered extreme in the Israeli political arena because we fight for justice and equality for all. We hold the project of changing Israel from a Jewish state into the state of all its citizens. There's a vast Zionist majority against this project. They don't want us to struggle for equality and justice for all, and they want to keep Jewish supremacy. So Lapid deals with us as extreme. Unfortunately, part of our partners also agreed with Lapid on that, and they wanted to bring us out of the political system.
Although most Palestinians were expelled from what today forms the State of Israel, those that remained after the 1948 Nakba and became citizens, not all of them did, were given voting rights, as Israel sought to establish itself in the United Nations as a democratic regime. Amal Jamal says Arab turnout in the second Knesset of 1951 was as high as 85%.
Have they become Zionists? Have they become really loyal citizens? No, they were dragged by the situation to show loyalty to the system. Fearing to be deported by the Zionist establishment, they voted in large numbers. when the West Bank and Gaza Strip were occupied in 1967, we see a new trend developing. More and more people speaking about their unwillingness to participate because participation in the Israeli election means legitimizing the Zionist state.
Under the close supervision and encouragement of the Israelis, preparations for the balloting are underway.
In the last elections, it dwindled to 45%. This is a minority within the community. It went up, for instance, when the joint list was gathered again, 2020, up to around 60% or 62%. So, in the turnout, it depends on the circumstances.
Given how crucial the votes of Arab-Palestinians could be to the anti-Netanyahu slate, parties from the Zionist left and right will be vying to get the support of Arab parties. However, for many Arab voters and parties like Balad, the experience of the last government has shown it is very difficult for Arab parties to influence the Zionist parties in any way, and being on the same side as radically anti-Palestinian Zionists is clearly intolerable.